I'm Jenna Steinbrink.
And I'm Matt Swiner with the evening news on NBC yesterday.
This week's stories include a 90-year-old woman being mauled by her own cat.
That's just awful.
It was a tragic story.
It's heartbreaking.
Yes.
Well, our top story is my coworker, Jenna Steinbrink, sitting down with Mr. Zachary Taylor. How was that?
It was quite interesting. In fact, I learned a lot about Mr. Zachary Taylor and the Mexican War. Can we roll the footage, please?
Yes, we can.
NBC Yesterday, exclusive.
Hello, Mr. Taylor. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, pleasure to be here, Miss Steinbrink.
It's an honor to have you on our show. Tell us a little bit about yourself for the viewers who don't know who you are.
Well, my name is Zachary Taylor. I was born November 24, 1784. I was the 12th President of the United States of America, and I defeated Lewis Cass in the election of 1848 and ran as a member of the Whig Party. I was a prestigious American military leader, not to toot my own horn or anything, but I led my troops into victories of the Battle of Palo Alto and the Battle of Monterrey during the Mexican-American War.
Tell us more about the battles. I'm intrigued.
Well, it all started with
the Mexican War.
Mexico was recognized by Spain as an independent nation on September 27, 1821. In 1835, Mexico's constitution outlawed slavery in all Mexican territories. Americans disagreed with this and declared their independence from Mexico. When Texas became independent, there were talks of them wanting to join the U.S., and Mexico disagreed. Mexico believed Texas still belonged to them. Americans began to settle more and more in Texas, and General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna began to fear of the growing numbers of Americans in Texas. He made Mexico a dictatorship, and in 1836 killed many American rebels in the Alamo. I'm Santa Anna. Ole.
Santa Anna killed many people during the battles at the Alamo. This then inspired Texans to revolt at the Battle of San Jacinto.
America retaliated by sending General Sam Houston and American troops to defeat Mexican forces in the Battle of San Jacinto.
After the Mexicans were defeated at the Battle of San Jacinto, Santa Anna was forced into exile.
Policia! Mi innocento. Please don't kill me. I'm Santa.
Unlock your wrist, dude.
I'm Santa Anna, and I'm innocent. But apparently I'm being exiled for making Mexico a dictatorship in the 17th century.
Hello there.
I didn't do anything wrong.
Get up.
Call my lawyer. 1-800-MY-LAWYER. Westward expansion was a major political view in the election of 1844. James K. Polk, a Democrat, was in favor of the annexation of Texas, while his political opposition, Henry Clay, was against it. Polk won the election by receiving 170 electoral votes to Clay's 105. With Polk's presidential victory, tension between the United States and Mexico increased. Mexico warned that if the U.S. annexed Texas, it would be the equivalent of a declaration of war. Polk increased tensions by demanding that Mexico recognize that the Rio Grande River is its northern border. The Rio Grande River was about 100 miles south of the Nueces River, which was what Mexico recognized as the dividing line between Texas and Mexico. Polk decided to back up his demand by ordering troops led by General Zachary Taylor to move to the disputed region. James K. Polk insisted that Zachary Taylor's troops were only defending U.S. territory, but actually he hoped that Mexico would respond to their presence in a way that would justify the Mexican War.
We, as Mexico, believe that Texas
would be better off as part of Mexico.
See, we here at Texas, we think that it should be annexed into part of the United States of America.
Well, if your Congress decides to go down that path, we, as Mexico, shall declare war.
So be it.
Major battle.
The Mexican War consisted of many battles, including the Battle of Palo Alto, the capture of Monterrey, the Battle of Buena Vista, the capture of Veracruz, the Battle of Cerro Gordo, the Battle of Contreras, the Battle of Churubusco, the Battle of El Molino del Rey, the Battle of Chapultepec, and the capture of Mexico City.
The Battle of Palo Alto was the first major war of the Mexican-American War. This was fought on May 8, 1846, just north of present-day Brownsville, Texas. A few weeks prior, United States General Zachary Taylor had led 3,000 troops to the Rio Grande River and established Fort Texas. This was opposite of the Mexican city, Matamoros. Mexican General Mariano Arista brought a 4,000-man force, also known as the Army of the North, to Matamoros. He and his army crossed the Rio Grande River to the west, while heading east to place his army between American General Zachary Taylor and his supply base. While doing this, he put Fort Texas under siege.
Taylor managed to slip past Arista's trap with the bulk of his forces on May 1st, but left behind a small American group in dire straits. The two armies located each other at Palo Alto. Each side deployed their troops, and the American troops stepped forward to within 800 yards of the Mexicans. Almost immediately, the superiority of the U.S. cannons and artillery came too much to bear for the Mexicans. Arista ordered his troops out of action and moved to a strong defensive position at Resaca de la Palma. Arista lost between 250 and 400 men at Palo Alto, double the number of American losses.
The Battle of Buena Vista happened near the ranch of Buena Vista, Mexico. Taylor's force of about 5,000 men defended a narrow mountain pass against Santa Anna's army made up of from 16,000 to 20,000 men. Through this battle fought on February 22nd and 23rd, 1847, the American forces established their hold on northeastern Mexico. Cerro Gordo ranks among the most important battles that the Americans fought on the march from Veracruz to Mexico City. A mountain pass near Jalapa, Cerro Gordo, lies 60 miles northwest of Veracruz. General Scott's 9,000-man force attacked 13,000 Mexicans under Santa Anna and forced them to flee. The battle fought on April 17th and 18th of 1847 cleared the way to Mexico City.
Chapultepec was the last battle of the war before the capture of Mexico City. On September 12, 1847, Scott's men attacked Chapultepec, a fortified hill guarding the city gates. The attacks continued the following day until the Mexicans retreated to Mexico City. On September 14th, Scott's troops entered the Mexican capital.
The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo ended the Mexican War. As a result of this treaty, Mexico gave up all claims to Texas and surrendered a vast territory known as the Mexican Cession. This territory included present-day states of California, Nevada, and Utah, as well as parts of Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, and Wyoming. The United States agreed to pay Mexico $15 million and take over payment damages claimed by U.S. citizens against Mexico. The war is over.
Hello, Mr. Taylor. Thank you for joining us today.
Well, pleasure being here. God, you almost said.
Okay, what am I supposed to do after that?
feel like, honestly.
We, as Mexico, have decided that Texas would be better off as a part of the Union of Mexico. Of the Mexican people. Just Mexico people.
Take 5.